This is, we should replace that picture with Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Agreed. Yes, sir.
So our time is winding down by how do you manage organizing? So this is something I've heard you speak about a lot, that people are just like taking in information but not executing. So I think we're getting back into that space.
I think you focus on what's important to you, right? Um, the goal for 2025 is all strategy and execution, right? We want to see people not just intake the information, but actually have actionable results. So you have to have some accountability. You learn about cryptocurrency, all right, what's the next thing you do? You're gonna make you a wallet, right? It's letting you starting to get set up. Before you do that, I'm gonna educate myself on what are the top wallets. Why should I get this one? Why should I get that one? So now I have some action steps, right? I'm gonna get my wallet that represents my intention, right? To actually be a part of this market and not miss the wave, right? Now you can go self-educate or you can go buy into somebody's community course, whatever it may be, right? So now you're making a self-investment. Now that you done spent you some money, you got some skin in the game, right? You done spent time, you done spent money. So now are you gonna waste your own time and money, right? If you're responsible, it's no. All right, so now what's your goal? You want to make your first 10,000 in it. All right, okay, what is the way you want to do that? Well, you have to know yourself. What type of investor are you? You say, well, I want to do it long term. I don't want to look at the market. So then you're going to study what are the best ones that you can get in long term. You're going to say, well, I want to just put all my money in. Let me get a strategy. Then, okay, what are the best strategies out there for beginners? You go on something like Market Watch. You can learn, of course, dollar cost average, where you put in a certain percentage the same every single month. And then you automate that and have it connected to one of your accounts, right? So now you are automating that accountability. So now you literally are, my whole step method system is that when you don't know something, you learn. You learn something, you do, right? And when you get to a point where you don't know what to do next, you do what? You learn some more. And then whatever you learn, you do. Problem is people be thinking they need to learn all of this, then do. You already have enough. It's insecurity not thinking you have enough, right? So instead, learn, do, learn, do, learn, do, learn, do, learn, do. There's a system where a lot of people have judged themselves off be about the titles, right? Beers, right? I heard it was this one technological influencer. He gave a great model and breakdown about beers, right? You can be anything. We all heard that growing up. You can be anything. So we decided this is what we want to be: a lawyer, a doctor, a scientist, an engineer, an author, now influencer, whatever it is. But it's more important to focus on that you can do anything, right? When you focus on what you can do, it becomes an action. Because what happens is you start to become this thing that becomes a title, that becomes over your head. When you say you can do anything, oh, it's crypto, I can do that. Well, it's not connected to your identity. I can do it because I can do it. I'm me. I'm a human being. I got a mind. But when you say, well, shoot, I'm just a clerk at a store, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're connecting your identity, and then that becomes this insecurity because it becomes this bubble that you, this box that you're holding yourself to these limitations for. No, you can do anything means that you need to have action steps that you're putting in place. You have to write down actionable goals, right? Like in our investment club that we're doing, we have a physical book, right? A physical stock book, like how we had in school, that people can actually learn. And then we have a physical investment journal, right? This journal, all the best traders in the world, they write down their trades, every trade that they make, what percentage on it, right? It makes them more accountable to it in a very real way. So the question becomes is, do you even have those goals written down? It goes back to simplicity. We be acting like we need advanced techniques to get simple results. No, simple results will advance you. So write it down what those goals are from a 10-year standpoint, right? Now think about what do you need to do in the next 3 to 6 months. The thing that happens usually is that you want to take a 10-year goal and try to get it done in 3 years, right? You want to take a 3-year goal and try to get it done in 3 months. But you have to give yourself a lifeline, right? That end up becoming a deadline for you to get something done.
Mm.
Because if you don't put a restriction on it, then it can just happen whenever. So this is what you're going to do today. This is what you're going to do within a week. This is what you're going to do within a month. This is what I'm going to do in 3 to 6 months. This is what I'm going to do within a year. This is what I'm going to do within 5 to 10 years.
Mm.
Now your goal is to see if you can literally get all of that done, right, in half of that time, which means you have to then operate with a sense of urgency.
Mm.
So you prioritize the hardest thing to do, right? If you get that out the way, it becomes easier. Because that hard thing is why we procrastinate. Procrastination is the abortion clinic of ideas. Things become hard, I don't want to do it, I'll do it later, and later never comes, and it's the life you live in. So productivity is when we procreate, right? We give birth to things, we go push past the pain, right? And then we actually give birth to an idea in reality.